The ancient Stoics believed greatness wasn't an accident. It was a choice. And that choice isn't made in one big dramatic moment, but in the small, disciplined actions we take every single day. They understood a timeless truth that most of us have forgotten. A good life isn't found, it's forged. So, what if the secret to building unstoppable momentum, to finally reaching that next level, lies in 5 ancient routines that winners have been mastering for centuries? These aren't complicated life hacks. They're fundamental shifts in how you think and act, inspired by emperors and philosophers. And the first one? Well, it's where most people fail before they even start. Success isn't about grand gestures or that one lucky break. It's about small, consistent habits that build on each other, creating a force that's nearly impossible to stop. It's about the daily choices that separate the winners from everyone else. Today, we're exploring the philosophy behind the actions. We're uncovering 5 key habits drawn from the profound wisdom of Stoicism that set true winners apart. Think of these not as a checklist, but as a framework for living a life of purpose, resilience, and achievement. If you feel like you're constantly reacting to your day instead of commanding it, then this is for you. Section 1. Habit 1. Master your energy, not just your time. The first and most crucial habit isn't about managing your time, it's about managing your energy. We all get the same 24 hours. The difference between standing still and sprinting ahead is the quality of energy you bring to those hours. Winners know that energy is their most valuable resource. Without it, discipline crumbles, focus scatters, and motivation dies. The Stoics saw the body as the vessel for our will, the tool we use to make our mark on the world. To them, neglecting your body meant neglecting your ability to reason, to act, to be virtuous. Think of it like this. You're a Formula One car, engineered for incredible speed. But what happens if you fill the tank with cheap fuel, never change the tires, and constantly redline the engine? It breaks down. It doesn't matter how brilliant the driver is. Performance is limited by energy. You're no different. Your mind and your discipline are your engine, but they're powered by your physical state. This is why successful people are ruthless about protecting their energy. They don't see sleep as a luxury. They see it as a strategic tool for peak mental performance. Arianna Huffington, for example, champions sleep not for comfort's sake, but because she knows a rested mind is an effective mind. They don't see exercise as a chore. They see it as an investment in mental clarity. Spanx founder Sarah Blakely makes yoga and running part of her routine because she knows it sharpens her thinking and sustains her drive. This isn't about running a marathon tomorrow. It's about recognizing that the small choices matter. It's choosing water over a sugary drink that will make you crash. It's taking a 10-minute walk to clear your head instead of scrolling through social media, which just drains your focus. It's scheduling real breaks to prevent burnout. A study by the Drogium Group famously found that the most productive people weren't those who worked longer, but those who took strategic breaks. Your actionable takeaway: don't try to change everything at once. Just focus on the first hour of your day. Before you check your phone, before the world rushes in, dedicate that first hour to your energy. Move your body for 15 minutes. Hydrate. Decide on your top 3 priorities. Own your morning, and you'll own your day. Section 2. Habit 2. Build momentum with small daily wins. The second habit is the engine of momentum: consistency. Grand goals are never achieved in giant leaps. They're the result of thousands of small, seemingly minor steps taken over and over again. Winners understand that success isn't built in a day, it's built daily. The philosopher Seneca once said that our character is defined by our repeated actions, not our intentions. You become what you repeatedly do. Act with discipline, and you become disciplined. This same principle is the secret to success. You don't just decide to be successful. You build the identity of a successful person through your daily habits. Think of the stonecutter hammering away at a rock. He might strike it 100 times without a single crack appearing, but on the 101st blow, it splits in two. He knows it wasn't that last hit that did it, but all the ones that came before. Your daily habits, making your bed, reading 10 pages, going for a walk, are those hammer blows. They might feel insignificant, but over time, they compound, forging the discipline needed for greatness. This is the power of what author James Clear calls atomic habits, tiny routines that lead to remarkable results. Comedian Jerry Seinfeld used a simple method to build his legendary career. Don't break the chain. Every day he wrote new jokes. He'd mark a big red X on his calendar. Soon, a chain forms. The goal isn't just to write anymore. It's to not break the chain. The consistency itself becomes the motivation. Winners anchor their days with these kinds of non-negotiable routines. They have rituals that ensure progress happens every single day, whether they feel motivated or not. Your actionable takeaway. Pick one. Just one keystone habit. Maybe it's meditating for 2 minutes or writing one sentence in a journal. The goal isn't the size of the action. It's the repetition. Commit to it every day for the next 30 days. Start your chain. Don't focus on the huge goal. Just focus on not breaking the chain. Section 3. Habit 3. Separate what you can control from what you can't. The third habit is a radical mental shift. It's the core of Stoicism and the secret to unshakable calm, relentlessly separating what you can control from what you can't. Winners waste zero energy on things outside their control. Epictetus, a philosopher who was born a slave and rose to teach Rome's elite, put it bluntly, some things are in our control and others not. In our control are our own choices, our desires, and our actions. Outside our control, our body, our reputation, what other people do, the stock market, the traffic. To the Stoics, stressing about these things is a form of insanity. It's like yelling at the rain to stop. You just waste precious energy and get nothing but frustration in return. Winners get this. They pour all their focus into their inputs, not the outcomes. They can't control if the economy slides into a recession, but they can control how they adapt their business. They can't control if a client says yes, but they can control the quality of the proposal they send. They can't control a sudden illness, but they can control their response to it, their attitude, and how they care for themselves. This mindset makes you incredibly adaptable. When a setback hits, most people ask, "Why is this happening to me?" A winner asks, "Okay, what can I do about this right now?" They accept reality and immediately pivot to their circle of control. This isn't about being passive. It's about being ruthlessly effective. It's about aiming every ounce of your power at the things that can actually make a difference. Your actionable takeaway. The next time you feel anxious or overwhelmed, do this. Grab a piece of paper and draw a line down the middle. On the left, list everything about the situation you can't control. On the right, list the 1 or 2 things you can control. Now, cross out the left side. Obsess over the right side. This simple act pulls you out of helpless anxiety and puts you back in command. Section 4. Habit 4. Practice voluntary discomfort. The fourth habit is the most counterintuitive, and it's the one that forges true mental toughness. Deliberately practicing voluntary discomfort. While most people chase comfort, winners actively seek out controlled challenges. They know that resilience, like a muscle, only grows when it's tested. The Stoics were masters of this. Seneca, one of the richest men in Rome, would periodically live as if he were poor, wearing rough clothes and eating simple food. He wasn't doing it for punishment. He was vaccinating himself against misfortune. He was proving to himself that he could not only survive hardship, but be perfectly fine. In his words, "It is in times of security that the spirit should be preparing itself for difficult times." This practice changes your relationship with failure. When real adversity strikes, you don't crumble because you've been training for it. This leads to the second part of the habit: seeing obstacles as opportunities. The average person sees a problem and thinks, "Oh no." The winner sees the same problem and thinks, "Here we go." The Emperor Marcus Aurelius captured this perfectly. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The obstacle isn't blocking your path. The obstacle is the path. That difficult client is your path to becoming a master communicator. That failed product launch is your path to truly understanding your market. J.K. Rowling received 12 rejections from publishers for Harry Potter. She could have quit. Instead, the obstacle, the rejections, became her path, strengthening her resolve until she broke through. Your actionable takeaway: pick one small form of voluntary discomfort this week. Take a cold shower for the final 30 seconds. Skip one meal and just sit with the feeling of hunger for a moment. Make that difficult phone call you've been putting off. The point isn't to suffer, it's to prove to yourself that you can handle it. You are building evidence of your own strength. Section 5. Habit 5. Choose commitment over mood. The fifth and final habit is what separates the professional from the amateur. Choosing to act on your commitments, not your current mood. Winners know that motivation is fickle, but discipline is a reliable friend. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his journal, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, 'I have to go to work as a human being. What do I have to complain of if I'm going to do what I was born for?'" It's a powerful call to duty, a reminder to choose principle over the tempting whisper of comfort. The amateur waits to feel inspired. The winner just gets to work. They know that action creates motivation, not the other way around. They show up when it's hard, when they're tired, and when they'd rather be doing anything else. This is the heart of integrity, not just being honest with others, but being honest with yourself. It's about honoring the promises you make to yourself. Every time you choose to do the workout, even when you feel lazy, you build self-trust. Each time you see a tedious task through to the end, you forge a more reliable character. Each time you choose your habit over your mood, you cast a vote for the person you want to become. Think of any elite athlete. Do you think they always feel like waking up at 5 a.m. for practice? Of course not. They do it because their actions aren't governed by their feelings, but by their identity as a champion. Your actionable takeaway: identify one important thing you often let slide because you don't feel like it. For the next week, schedule a specific time to do it. When that time comes, your only job is to start. Don't debate it. Don't think about finishing. Just start. Treat it like a professional appointment with your own integrity. Conclusion: These 5 habits aren't just isolated tactics. They're an interconnected system for living. They teach us that success isn't something that happens to you. It's something you build, block by block, choice by choice. It starts with fueling your body. It grows with small daily wins. It's protected by a mind that refuses to waste energy on the uncontrollable, and it's forged in the fire of challenges. Ultimately, it's sustained by the simple, powerful act of showing up. A disciplined life is a free life. It's freedom from your moods, freedom from anxiety, and the freedom to build the life you were meant to live. The power is in your hands, starting right now. So, let me know in the comments, which one of these 5 habits will you start tomorrow?